You just lack self-discipline and you don't want to be better and you're giving into your lust and desires and will do anything to escape from the thoughts in your mind. I did use sex heavily as a way to escape my problems. If you are good enough, all you need to do is just put in a little bit of work, put in a little bit of self-control, and put yourself first. Pour that love into yourself.
Faithful, 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 faithful.
Hello, welcome back. It's No Nut November. I love No Nut November, but I love it because it's not a 1 month type of thing that I do. No Nut November is no nut all year for me. It's my lifestyle and it has brought me so many benefits, and I'm here to spread more awareness on why we should all be practicing this. And No Nut November is the best time to dibble and dabble into this practice and figure out if it's for you. And even if it doesn't work for you, it works for you. Just trust me. So this is a practice that I do for self-care, and it helps me elevate my spiritual level. It makes me become high in energy and like confident, and it makes me feel good, and it helps me get downloads. There's just so many benefits that come with it. So I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna talk about other spiritual self-care practices that I love to do on my spiritual journey that have helped me immensely. So if you're somebody who cares about being your best spiritual self, having your energy high, having your aura strong, and having your mind clear, doing what your body and soul wants to feel good, then stay tuned. So what exactly do you do in No Nut November? What is semen retention? What is Nofap? And what is woman retention? So all these things are when you don't watch porn, you don't touch yourself, you don't bust a nut, you don't orgasm, you don't climax, you don't engage in your sexual desires and your lust. You don't look at things that, even if it's Instagram, you don't look at things that would inspire you to get into that mood. The whole point of No Nut November is to practice self-control, to have discipline, to not be so easily intrigued by your lust. You know that lust is by far a much lower frequency than love. In the society that we live in today, sex is so pushed on us. It's so taken away from what it really is, the spirituality of it, the strength, the power of a love in terms of sex. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and we have been so conditioned and damaged and brainwashed and numbed out to think that sex is just something that we can indulge in all the time, and it doesn't affect us in any way. It doesn't take away our power, but it really surely does. So when you watch the site and you bust a nut, sorry, then you are literally consenting to give your life force energy away to who? Who else is the leader of the sex industry? The devil, demons, low vibrational entities. You are giving them your life force energy, your soul, to help them become more powerful so they can continue to provide you the brainwashing and the programming to take your soul even more. You are helping the devils break you down. Now, when you sleep with a woman or when you sleep with a man that you don't care about, that you don't have a connection with in terms of love, that you don't want to marry and be with forever, why are you giving your life force energy away, and why are you taking somebody else's problems? When you have sex with people, your souls intertwine. Their problems is automatically transferred onto you, and your problems are automatically transferred onto them. You can't just be having sex with anybody and everybody, because then you're gonna come home depressed and sick and with a mental illness, and you have problems with your family now because the person you slept with has all those things, and now you're confused? No. You just lack self-discipline, and you don't want to be better, and you're giving into your lust and desires, and will do anything to escape from the thoughts in your mind that make you feel you're not good. But everybody is good enough. You are good enough. All you need to do is just put in a little bit of work, put in a little bit of self-control and put yourself first. Pour that love into yourself. And No Nut November, Nofap, semen retention is the perfect way to pour that love into yourself, because that life force energy that you don't give away, guess what you're stacking up? You're stacking up your sexual energy until it's so high. And if that has the power, your sexual energy has the power to create life, create a baby. What else can you do with it? What else can you create with your sexual energy? How can you direct it towards manifesting your dreams? How can you direct it towards fueling your partner that you love so dearly and making them feel good? How can you use it to be more productive? How can you transmute all that sexual desire and energy in the gym and get the body you've always dreamed of? These are all the things you could be doing with stacking up your life force energy rather than fueling the demon, taking problems from other people. The site is literally an addiction. They literally compare the effects of porn is the same as a crack user, a crackhead. And how much power and control do you have over someone that has no control over their own mind and who is controlled and led by their desires and their lust and their addictions? We need to break out of the programming and the brainwashing the devils and the demons are trying to push so hard onto us. It's working. And we need to take our power back. And if you don't want to take your power back, then I'm sorry to say there's something wrong with you. You need to take your soul back. And I promise, I really just want to motivate people. I want to inspire people to get onto this practice, because when I tell you it changed my life, even as a woman, it's not something that's just semen retention for men. It's something that everybody has sexual energy. Everybody has energy that creates life. I need a man to create life. A man needs a woman to create life. So I put that energy to myself. I direct it towards manifesting my dreams, and it has changed my life. I hope you can tell how passionate I am about this practice. I have never been somebody that was addicted to porn, but I did use sex heavily as a way to escape my problems, and it was an addiction for me. And it was really, really bringing me down and putting me in very unsafe situations, and I needed to make a change. I'm happy to say that I'm in a place now. I'm actually currently at 40 days, and today is October 30th. So before No Nut November even starts, I'm at 40 days, and hopefully by the end of it, I'll be at 70 plus days. I've been at 100 days, 200 days, and when I tell you the energy is fantabulous at high number of days, you feel so good, so confident. You feel like you finally have control over yourself. And the things that I have been able to manifest with the amount of energy that I had accumulated, it's unbelievable. It's literally like miraculous. And that truly put my faith and belief that this is a practice that is not just something to help us get rid of our lust. It's really a spiritual miracle that helps us. Like, energy is real. Like, that's what this whole practice taught me, that energy is real, sexual energy is real, and it has powers. We have powers. We just need to learn how to use them. So I really hope this inspires you, but I understand how hard this can be. And constantly focusing on the number of days, constantly focusing on, not trying to bust a nut, not trying to give into your desires, can make the practice harder than it needs to be. So I have some other self-care rituals and practices that you can do to help ease the urges, to help ease your mind and take your mind off of this practice, but at the same time still pouring your love into yourself to make yourself better and making this easier. Okay, so number one, of course, exercise. The more sexual energy that you accumulate, you're gonna have more energy. You're gonna be waking up in the mornings, no problem getting out of bed. You're gonna wanna be productive. You're gonna have ideas and just an abundance of energy. So we need to do something with it so that it's not used in the wrong way. So the best way is to go to the gym or practice yoga like I do. I also go to the gym. But this is a great way to, just let it out. tire yourself out, so you don't even have the energy to engage in maybe old habits. So that's a great, like, common thing that we all know that can benefit us in so many different ways. And another way is, if your gym has a sauna, I highly recommend to take advantage of it, because the high heat of the sauna will help you sweat out toxins from your body, as well as put you in a very calm meditative state. And this state will help ease anxiety and just reduce the urges, because you're zen, you're calm, which leads into meditation. We definitely have to practice things like meditation, practicing a practice like semen retention and Nofap. We tend to use sex and porn as a way to escape the hard thoughts, the dark thoughts, the negative thoughts, the trauma, the wounds. And I completely understand, because that is exactly why I used sex. So when we practice something like No Nut November or semen retention, we are basically on withdrawal, right? Now we have to face the problems. Now we actually have to hear what our dark thoughts are. We can't just run away and escape, which is why meditation can be such a great tool to help us slow our minds down and to provide a safe space for ourselves to actually go within. It can be hard and it can be scary, and that is one of the powers of semen retention, and that is why it's really a spiritual practice, because it helps us do the inner work. It forces us to look at our flaws and our shadows and really ask ourselves who we want to be. How do I want to use my energy? What are the choices that I want to make? And that leads me to say journaling. A journal can be very useful to you on the journey. It can really help, because to help process things better, we can write them down, and that helps our brain just put two and two together better. And once we are able to process the hard things, we can let them go and integrate ourselves and be whole. We don't have to blur certain things out or run away from them anymore. We can really be who we are, because we've accepted who we are. And that's so amazing that something simple as controlling your lust can do for you. So another reason why I love this practice. And the last tip that I can give is like breathing exercises. It's another way to just release any tightness, any energy, by literally exhaling, blowing it out of you. We don't need it. And if you don't know about Wim Hof, you should definitely check out his breathing techniques, because it puts you, it balances you out, it aligns you once again. So if you do have an urge, if you do have something hard to deal with, and your energy is all over the place, breathing exercises can at least help you bring it back. And that's when you sit and analyze and you meditate. You meditate on who you want to be, on your past, on just why do you use sex as an escape, and why do you want to be better. And once you're at that point, you can journal and exercise and do yoga and just not give in to your urges. Once you're at that point, then see what you're capable of and see how far you can push yourself. You can literally achieve anything you want. No dream is too big. You're gonna be a brand new person. And when you do engage in this spiritual, sacred, in this beautiful, sacred, amazing practice of sex, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna feel so much better than you thought it did, and it's gonna feel like an explosion and real love and real passion, and how much more present you can be in moments like that, because you're not doing it to run away, you're doing it to share your love and share the goodness and the love. You want to give love now to your partner, the person you're intertwining your soul with. Now you can give the goodness and the healing that you have done and receive it, because you're going to attract a partner of that same frequency. So I can keep going and list as many reasons as I can possibly think of. And I knew when I heard about this that I was immediately like, yep, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. This is what I need. And I'm so happy I made that decision. It has brought me my partner today who practices it as well. And we practice it as a couple, which I think is absolutely amazing. And we are long distance, so I'm able to practice it and go long days, and so is he. And when we do see each other, we are sharing our love and we are not sharing lust. We're growing together and really truly loving each other. And yeah. Thanks for tuning in and good luck on your journey. You got this 100%. Drop a comment if you're practicing or if you're participating in No Nut November. I'm certainly going to be a part of this, and if you're a woman, if you're a man, whoever it might be, this will change your life. And yeah, peace. Oh, like and subscribe.